This is my reaction to Dan Vasc performing Born to Be Wild, metal version. Let's commence. Wonderful, wonderful vocal presence here by our man, Dan Vasc. He comes in here, ladies and gentlemen, and he gives you that flavor of his that is just at this point, you can't mistake Dan Vasc for anyone else. His voice, so unique, so melodious, so awesome, and he always brings that power to any cover version that he does. This time it's Born to Be Wild, as Victor the guitar nerd is here on the guitars and bass as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this track is well known for being a big song back in the day. I know this one from Easy Rider. I mean, that film itself, pretty memorable stuff. Dennis Hopper, Peter Fonda, Jack Nicholson from way back in the day, late 60s. And this is the vibe, ladies and gentlemen. A very famous song here. And the young men are giving us their version. I'm sure they're going to absolutely smash this one. As always, I have no doubts in their abilities. Yo, Dan Vasc adding some serious heavy metal thunder to his delivery of the line heavy metal thunder there. That was awesome, yeah. Steppenwolf, I think I forgot to mention, originated this track back in the day. So, I mean, this version Dan is giving us here, the original is from the late 60s, and Dan's version here is giving you a very 80s sort of vibe in the vocal delivery, which I'm absolutely enjoying. But the thing is, I always enjoy Dan Vasc. The man just... He delivers all these gems to me non-stop. And I, for one, can't get enough. That's the whole thing. Let's keep rocking and rolling. Solo boys. Did you hear the pipes on this young man? Absolutely giving us wonderful hair metal-esque screaming there, ladies and gentlemen, and holding these notes brilliantly and singing brilliantly and absolutely infusing his own personality into this cover version here and absolutely being brilliant once again. He does it so often. actually solo boys, you know, this is the actual solo.
Focus. Hey my friends, I'm glad I had some time this week to film this. Some of you guys already know I had a little incident with my backyard wall a few days ago. It simply went down during a recent storm, but reconstruction is almost finished. I'll post a video showing you the new wall soon. I want to thank you guys so much for the support. You're amazing. I hope to see you next time. Until then, my friends, have yourselves an epic day.
That was just absolutely glorious, ladies and gentlemen. Between Dan Vasc and Victor the Guitar Nerd, they gave me a smashing, rocking, rollicking good time with that version, ladies and gentlemen. That was heavy, that was awesome, and that absolutely just gave me that feeling of the open road. You know, you're just on this road trip vibes, ladies and gentlemen. That's what this original track just invokes. And this version here by the boys, they absolutely just, they took it home, ladies and gentlemen. They gave me a smashing version here. I enjoyed every bit of that. The instrumentation was on point, and Dan Vasc is always coming in with that wonderful voice of his, ladies and gentlemen, and imbuing this track with even more attitude than that original had. That's the Dan Vasc flavor, man. It's unstoppable stuff. It's colossal. It's huge. It's epic. He does it every single time, and this was no exception. That was brilliant business by Dan Vasc. Born to be Wild is a song written by Mars Bonfire, who was a Canadian rock musician and songwriter. He wrote this song for Steppenwolf, who were the first ones to perform it back in the day. It is often invoked in both popular and counterculture to denote a biker appearance or attitude. It is most notably featured in the 1969 film Easy Rider. That's a cool movie. Sometimes Born to be Wild is described as the first heavy metal song, and the second verse lyric, Heavy Metal Thunder, marks the first use of this term in rock music, which is a great little factoid. This is the one people point to when they talk about heavy metal music. Although in the context of this song, they were referring to the sound of the motorcycle and not, a musical style. This was just, a hard rock track of note way back in the day, ladies and gentlemen. The song was the third single off Steppenwolf's self-titled debut album, and it became their signature song, of course, reaching number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 Singles chart. Epic track from back in the day. It just gives you the vibes, it gives you the memories of a different time and a different place. But it's just a classic piece of music. And Dan just absolutely increased the cool factor of this song. Tenfold, 50-fold, 100-fold. He just made it even awesomer. Steppenwolf was a Canadian-American rock band that was prominent from 1968 to 1972. The group was formed in late 1967 in Los Angeles by lead singer John Kay, keyboardist Goldie McJohn, and drummer Jerry Edmonton, all formerly of the Canadian band The Sparrows. Guitarist Michael Monarch and bass guitarist Rushchan Morev were recruited via notices placed in Los Angeles area record and musical instrument stores, the way bands started way back in the day. They performed in the genres of psychedelic rock, blues rock, acid rock, and hard rock. They were active from 67 to 72, from 74 to 1976, and then from 1980 to 2018. Awesome band, Steppenwolf. They sold over 25 million records worldwide. So these guys have had some massive success as well. For me, just, bringing back some memories of days gone by. But the man himself here, Dan Vasc, he stepped up to the plate, ladies and gentlemen. He grabbed that mic and he started spitting that heavy metal thunder. And he was absolutely on fire, ladies and gentlemen. That's what Dan Vasc was with this performance. He made this jam just utterly fly. That guitar work was awesome. Dan Vasc was awesome. He's always awesome, to be fair. And this was yet another spectacular cover. Dan Vasc, just keep doing what you're doing. You are fantastic. Dan Vasc's vocals are always wildly awesome. This was a jamming performance.